What's going on, guys? My name's Thomas Marr. If you're just joining us, I'm a U.S. Army veteran turned civilian project manager and powerlifting strongman coach. This 53-week series that we're doing here is all about real, no-cost training plans to help you meet your goals this year in 2025. Last week, we kicked the series off with our very first week of training, but feel free to jump in at any point if you haven't already. I'll link the intro video in the description below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'll do a quick recap of our training last week. Last week we had our 3 strength days, 2 cardio days, and then we had 1 active recovery day. Day 1, we did some bench and some supporting accessories to go along with that. Day 2, on Tuesday, we had our HIIT day. We did some really fun conditioning there and got very familiar with double presses. Day 3 on Wednesday, we had our deadlift back and by day, if you want to call it that. And then day 4, Thursday, we had our steady state day. We had 30 minutes of steady state training, so whether it was running, getting on the air bike, rowing, et cetera, et cetera. We were putting in about 80-85% effort there for an extended period of time. So day 5 came out to Friday. We had our full body day, kicked it off with squats, and then moved on down the list with our supporting exercises there as well. And then Saturday, myself, I went for a light ruck around the neighborhood, you could have done, walking, swimming, but this was our active recovery day. We did want to have 1 registered activity that we're still getting out there and doing something, moving the body at a naturally brisk pace, but nothing too crazy because it still is going to be used as a recovery day. And now we're on week 2. Sunday is our rest day. This is where we start to do our mental training, and we take notes on what we're going to be doing throughout the rest of the week. So with that being said, this week, January 5th to 11th, this is going to be our week 2 of training. We're going to kick this one off with day 1. This week it's going to look a lot like last week. A lot of the same exercises, but you're going to kind of see a different set rep scheme. We're kind of in a foundational macro here, so for the next 4 to 6 weeks, a lot of the exercises will look similar, but we're going to be applying different load, right? So last week we did 3x3s. This week, day 1 on Monday for our upper day, we're going to be starting off with a 3x5 on barbell bench press. And then just like last week for our 2A and 2B, we're going to move into pull-ups for 3 sets of max reps. You can do lat pull-downs if that's too hard. And then for our superset along with that, there'll be dumbbell or kettlebell single arm overhead press as well for a 3x10 on each side. So this week, let's try to go a little bit heavier, not too much. We don't want to cause any injury. That is a kind of a compromising position, but if you can go up, add a little bit more weight to it, let's take the opportunity to do that with a lower rep scheme. I had a lot of questions on, hey, can you add videos of, performing some of these lifts with the proper form and technique and so on and so forth. I post a lot of that on my Instagram, and I'll toy around with putting it on YouTube Shorts as well. But if you want to go see some of the exercises that may be a little bit more technical, like squat, bench, deadlift, some of the double presses, things like that, I do post a lot of that stuff on my Instagram as well. So feel free to give me a follow over there, and you'll be able to see those things. And I can also give recommendations of other videos to watch as well that aren't just me, because I'm not the only one out there that knows how to do this stuff. So moving on from that to our third exercise for day 1, we're going to have bent over rows. We'll do that for a 3x10, and then 4th exercise we'll move into the same 3-way delt raise we had for last week, except this will be a 3x10 in each position. So forward, 45 degree, and then out to the side as well. Then we have our next superset, 5A and 5B. We're going to be doing a 3x10 for alternating dumbbell curls and alternating dumbbell curls for a 3x10, and then French press or Skullcrusher with dumbbells for a 3x10 as well. You'll alternate those for 3 sets. And then our last exercise will be a max L sit or an L hang from bar, or you can just hang. And we'll do three sets of that. So moving on from there, we'll go to our day 2 for Tuesday. This is going to be a HIIT day again. We've got 2 options here. Me personally, I do both options on my HIIT day. I know a lot of people are probably crunched for time, so please feel no pressure to do both, but if you can, have at it. Our option 1 is going to be a 4-time. It's going to be 150 cals. You can do this on a bike, rower. I say ski erg, but it's probably not the best combination with how we're going to be doing this. But feel free to use a ski erg if that's all you have access to. And if anything, if all you can do is just go for a run, go for a run. We'll run at about an RP8, RP9, and say you go for 10 rounds or something like that. Set a number for yourself. If you have any questions about that, you don't have access to a bike, rower, ski erg, anything like that, reach out to me. We can talk through it, find a better solution for you. But we've got 2 options for HIIT here. So first one for time, it's going to be 150 cals on a bike or rower. And then every 2 minutes, we're going to be doing 10 burpees over a line. Right? So find a line, draw a line, something like that. But every 2 minutes on the minute, we're going to be doing 10 burpees over the line, so that way it interrupts that flow that we have going on the bike or rower. And we'll do that all the way until we hit 150 cals. Track your time on that. Our second option here is going to be 5 rounds for time. We'll be doing 10 dumbbell snatches. I've got a split weight scheme here, so 50 pounds for men, 35 pounds for women. These are just targets. Feel free to use a weight that's heavier or lighter based on what you can do. So 10 dumbbell snatches, then we'll be moving on to 15 calories on a ski or bike. You can sub that with a 100-meter run, 50 meters out and back, however you want to do that. Again, reach out to me if you have any questions. So 10 dumbbell snatches, 15 cals on ski or bike, and then 20 wall balls with a 20 pound for men, 14 pound for women wall ball. And that's at a 10-foot or higher line. So 5 rounds of that for time, and then record your time from there. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Feel free. So day 3, Wednesday, it's going to be our lower strength day. We're going to be kicking this one off again with barbell deadlift, but except this is going to be a 3x5. Last week we had a 3x3. This week will be a 3x5. I've got videos of me doing that on my Instagram as well. So exercise 2, we've got dumbbell alternating step-ups with a 3x10 this week for each leg. And then right after that, we'll be moving into dumbbell stiff leg deadlifts. Try to use a pretty good weight dumbbell on here as well. A good target for that. For stiff legs, 40% of what you deadlifted, use that weight in dumbbells. So if you deadlifted 100 pounds, try to use 40 pounds in dumbbells, so 220s, something like that. That's just a good target base to go off of, and you can adjust it from there. Our fourth exercise, again, it's going to be goblet squats, but this time it's going to be a 3x10, so a little bit heavier. Exercise 5, we're going to have leg curls for a 3x10. 6A and 6B, we're going to have our calf complex again, so standing calf raise, and then we'll do our tibialis raise as well. And then our last exercise for our lower strength day is going to be ab rollouts for 3 times max rep. If you can't do ab rollouts, that's fine. We can sub for 3 sets of planks for max time. So moving on from there, we have our steady state day. This is going to be 30 minutes of steady state pace training. So we're going to be doing, running, air bike at 200 watts plus, rowing at 2 minutes 10-ish or better. Nothing too crazy, but we still want to be putting in a consistent amount of effort over a long period of time. We want to stay in that zone 2, zone 3 area. So quick pace, but not all out. If you want to think about it in RPE, think about it like RPE 8. So going on from there, that's day 4, and then we have our day 5, which is our last strength day of the week. It's going to be our full body strength day. We're going to be kicking it off with squat again for a 3x5 this week. Exercise 2 is going to be back extensions, so we'll do that for a 3x15. That'll kind of help decompress the spine after that, after putting on some weight on the squat there. So those will help. Exercise 3, we've got incline dumbbell press for a 3x10. Again, we bumped the reps down, so try to work a little bit higher in weight this week if you can. 4A and 4B, we've got a superset for, again, dumbbell hammer curls, and we'll be subbing out for push-ups again. So we'll do dumbbell hammer curls for a 3x15, and then push-ups for a 3x20. And we'll do 3 sets total of that. Then we've got another superset complex again with the kettlebell dumbbell farmer's walk for 3 sets of 30 meters, trying to do it a little bit heavier because right at the end of that farmer's walk, you're going to be doing the shrugs with that same weight there. Dumbbell kettlebell for 3x15 on our shrugs. So you'll be out, do your shrugs, go back out, do your shrugs. And then we'll close out the full body day again with split squats or Bulgarian split squats. If you have the mobility, put your foot up on the bench to do the Bulgarians, by all means do it. It'll help you isolate that leg a little bit more. But yeah. Then we'll move on to Saturday. Saturday is going to be another active recovery day, so get outside, 30 to 45 minutes of continuous low impact activity, so walking, swimming, rucking with a light pack. Keep it naturally brisk in pace, and we're not looking for a hero workout because this is still a recovery day. We've done a lot of training throughout the week, and I know people like to enjoy their weekends as well with family, friends, things of that nature. So just get out there maybe early in the morning before everybody's wiping their eyes, and get out there, do a little bit of activity, and start the day off right. That kind of wraps us up for this week. We're kind of in a foundational period right now, kind of setting the tone for when we move into our other phases. We'll be accumulating a lot more fatigue and a lot more stress to the body here in the future, just with future training plans that we have. So we're just kind of setting the tone for how this is going to look for us. So that brings us to our next part. I like to do a little inspirational sort of thing. I saw a video from Chris Williamson when he was doing one of his podcasts, and he went over a quote. It was about doing the thing, right? It was scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list for the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends who may or may not be doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Writing a tweet about how you're doing the thing isn't doing a thing. Hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on other people who have done the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how other people did the thing isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing a thing is doing the thing. We're at week 2 now. I've seen some people dive right in and get to training, and for that I say bravo, fantastic. But there's also some people who will watch this video and say, man, there might be a better program. And then I say, you're probably right. Or maybe I can do this exercise instead and it will have more benefit to me. Sure. We can make all the excuses in the world why we shouldn't start now, why we don't think it's optimal for us to start now. The thing is, there's so many people that have never started because they've been asking themselves the same question. They've been saying the same thing. Just start. Just do the thing. I'm not advertising to have the perfect program for everybody out there. I'm not advertising that this is going to be, the golden standard when it comes to programming. If this program is what gets you kickstarted and you find something better along the way, great. You're doing the thing. If you found exercises that help you fit your goals better and swap them out with exercises that I gave you, awesome. You're doing the thing. If you get started, you're doing the thing. So this week, let's focus on doing the thing. Let's focus on doing the thing when it comes to training. Let's focus on doing the thing when it comes to our professional life, or our relationships, our friendships, our people around us, doing good things for other people. Do the thing this week. Don't just talk about doing the thing. Do the thing. With that being said, if you're just joining us, this is week 2. If you haven't already, I recommend going to watch the intro video for this series. I'll have it linked in the description below. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment on this video or reach out on my social, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. But that just about wraps us for this week 2 video. And till next time, train hard and do the thing. See y'all.